Yo, what's up guys? Some cat here. Just a short video today about Titanic Hydra. Titanic Hydra on Katarina and in general doesn't really work like how it would seem it would work. The passive cleave states attacks apply an additional 21 physical damage on hit, creating a shockwave that deals 73 physical damage to enemies behind the target. And while these numbers themselves are pretty nice for Katarina, it doesn't really it doesn't necessarily apply on like how it sounds. So how it sounds that it would work is that when you hit something, a shockwave would come out of that thing and hit the stuff behind it. Like I would hit this guy, and then all of these units would get blown away by the shockwave. But what actually happens
I am
is that
queen
when
of
you
steel.
hit it, the shockwave comes out of
Why stop
yourself.
there?
It doesn't come out of the unit that you're striking. And so like if I attack this third guy, the shockwave will still hit the first two units in front of me. The shockwave doesn't come out from behind the target, it comes out of the champion. And so when you're using this in combination with Katarina's daggers, what you would have previously thought would happen is that the first guy creates a shockwave, the second guy gets hit, creates a shockwave, and then the final guy is getting hit by like all these shockwaves. But what's actually going on is that when your dagger lands, all of the triggered shockwaves come out of yourself and hit every single unit. And so they all take 239 on hit damage there from this, even though it's only supposed to do 73 like per shockwave or 21 single target. Every single target is hit by the full amount, 239. And so that's because I'm hitting all of them with the dagger. So all of them are getting hit by the single target part of it, and then all of the shockwaves are not created out of each enemy champion, but instead just Katarina, and hit all of the enemies at once. So because of that, this item actually has insanely impressive AoE damage. There is kind of a negative aspect, which is because the shockwaves are coming out of yourself, you have to like face the enemies the same way like a Cassiopeia would face, and so if you face away from them when you actually collect the dagger, it'll all be just 20 damage. But when I face them, the shockwaves will start to overlap and hit all of them, and so this one will do significantly more, 239. And so this mechanic of it doing more damage as they clump up is quite interesting. The item by itself is not exactly the best, so like a single dagger here will only do the 20. But what's interesting is just the stacking the multiple enemies in a way that when you actually hit the dagger, it's no longer doing 20, the single item is doing like 400 and 500 damage.